Welcome to an alert edition of the Part-Time Preppers. Hurricane Florence, time to prepare is now. Yes, now, not just for the people in the Carolinas. I would assume they are preparing as we speak, but the people more inland and north of them, and that I mean north, I mean Northern Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York even, because these things turn into tropical storms and they can really soak you. We've had a ton where we live of wet weather this summer, and from really late July on, it's been very wet, and the ground is saturated. Now we have a sump pump, and the lovely hand model reminded me it's 22 years old. Yes, we got it back in 1996, so it owes us nothing. Some years it doesn't go off at all, maybe once. Other years it'll go off 4 or 5 times during the year, depending on the situation. And ours has gone off several times this year, especially this summer. And I don't want to be stuck with a broken sump pump, and the force definitely doesn't seem like it used to be with it. So we took a proactive approach, and we just got, this is just one example of a pickup you may want to make and you know, in preparing. So we got this, it's ready to go in, basically the same type, model, size, and we do have the extra attachment that goes right around here, so we can hook right there a hose to it. Anyway, that's just one example. You may want to think about it. You know, if you live in an area that's very wet, and not saying everyone needs a sump pump, but I'm just giving you one example. Generators, you don't want to wait till the storm is going to hit you the next day and the weather is saying you're going to get 70-mile-an-hour winds. Anything you can do to prepare, simple things, batteries, flashlights, you could just have them ready just in case. You know what? And if the storm doesn't affect you, yes, you could, the storm doesn't affect you, you'll have extras. So it's not like you're throwing money away. It could be candles, and it could be communication. You might want to make sure your radio works. If you're anywhere at all in the path of this storm, you may want to make sure you got your meds. And here, maybe this is why the cat is prowling. I'm going to use this as a representation of medications. So you may want to get your meds. There, kitty. You may want to make sure you have enough water, food in the house, just some basic things. If you don't have the funds, you don't have to run out and buy a $900 generator. However, it's time to start thinking, you know, about things like that. So just a heads up to, you know, even if you live several hundred miles away from this storm, we're sort of like on if it was a DEFCON level, and a DEFCON 5 is just everything's happy, hunky-dory. Since we went out and made some purchases, I would say we're at like DEFCON 3, if you know what that means in the military. That actually has to do with nuclear preparedness and readiness and troop movements and all sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, since our area is so saturated with water, if this storm turns towards where we live and it dumps another 5, 6 inches of rain, even without high winds, you could have trees coming down just because of the total saturation. So just a heads up, if you live inland, you know, you may want to prepare also. And that's about it. That you take care, be good, and keep your eyes open and your ears closed. No, an ounce of preparedness is worth a pound of cure. That's how we'll end this. Take care. So long.